Hello, dog fans. My name is Oliver Nelson Jr., and I'm making an Airport for Aliens currently run by dogs, a first-person open-world narrative puzzle game about navigating alien airports that are run by dogs and finding moments to reconnect with the person you love, the only other human being left in the universe. Let's jump right into the new build. When I started the Patreon a month ago, a little bit less than a month ago, I said that there would be updates monthly or less. I'm very happy to report less than a month after saying that we have a giant expansion to what Dog Airport game is and has become, and that doesn't just involve clearing a space in the airport for secrets. It means that if we talk to the Uranus dog and successfully manage to catch a flight in this video, then you'll see some of the massive change lists of things we managed to do in the past month, thanks in large part to our new Patreon supporters. Thank you very much. One of the first major changes you'll see is the lovely dialogue box made by Dave Makes. Many thanks to Dave. As well as the Wiggly text, which is thanks to the Super Text Mesh Unity plugin. It was actually broken in terms of its integration with Fungus, which is what we use for driving dialogue in the game. And I reached out to the developers. They worked with me to make it work not just for us, but for anyone who wants to integrate Super Text Mesh with Fungus in the future. Great devs, and a great boon for Dog Airport game, as you will see. And as you can see here, like when he says short-term memory loss, it's Wiggly. It's got some attitude. Do you need a boarding pass to really tiny text? Uranus. Really big text. Another thing enabled by Super Text Mesh Pro. Super Text Mesh. Thank you, Super Text Mesh. Yes, I need 50 of them. I'm sure you do, buddy. Enjoy your flight. As you can see, the boarding pass now has this really nice bevel on it. This true-to-life bevel that I've held in my hands too many times. And if we just start picking up a whole bunch of boarding passes, we got B2 here, B6, A6, A2, a whole lot of 2s and 6, gate 2s and gate 6s for getting into Uranus. And we might as well start moving to one right now. I forgot to look at the board up there that said where gates are. Oh no. Okay, let's look at this signage. From what I remember, this is gates A4, B through B5 through B8. We have B6, B2, and B6. Yes? Yes. So that'll be over there. But we also have an A2 and an A6. A6 is behind us in the opposite direction. So, but it also has B2. So depending on if it's easier to fulfill the conditions of B2 or A6, we actually have a better chance of going that way. However, along the way, I don't want to pass by one of the major improvements that come with this new build, which is we got new shops, including this cabinet shop. Here's the thing about cabinet shop. You know how it looks really tiny and small? First of all, it took a long time to make. Second, it's actually just as large as the rest of the shops, but because of how many cabinets are here and their particular arrangement, it feels dense and claustrophobic in a way that I did not imagine possible. This dog's life is a nightmare because of his cabinet addiction. Maybe we'll meet him later. First, we have to get to A2 and B6. So we have new shallow stores, we have new small stores, we might have a new large store. I'm actually not sure what all was added. I do know that we got in the Super Text Mesh support. We're clearing some stuff in the airport. The airport is changing. There's new airports on the way. One major art shift is that we got these pretty people movers now. J. Cody Lambert, as I mentioned, is our whiz of a 3D artist. Fantastic. Oop, I am messing up this people mover. Fantastic artist, made this people mover as well as a new large asset, which will become apparent in later airports and useful in later airports. And actually, let's just show the credits here. Crediting Tom Vanita for his dog voices, Dave makes for the lovely dialogue box. Also, a legally accurate accreditation for Kevin MacLeod, who made the music that we use in our build. And if there's anything that's valuable to me, it's not being offed by the Kevin MacLeod Mafia. Because you know that guy, if there's anyone who can have a mafia on his side, just a whole mafia, it's Kevin MacLeod. Fantastic musician. Powerful beyond belief. Let's see. B2. A6. We also have A2. I may have gone the wrong direction. Or I may have gotten my directions wrong. That's okay. That's part of the journey. Before we do anything else, I will show off very briefly Bribe Dog. See, before, if you wanted to board a flight, you just had to go somewhere and maybe do some steps. Who knows? Now, we've got different dogs who can greet you at the boarding gate passes. At the boarding gate that you need to get onto for your plane. All of which have different requirements for getting onto your plane. You can't just solve the game anymore. As a developer, I can't just solve the game anymore. I have to actually play it. And it's really exciting to be able to play my own game because I don't know what's going to happen when I walk up to Bribe Dog. Hey, friend. You can see my name. I can see my name. You feel this connection? You see what's happening here? I'm Bribe Dog. If you want to board the plane, you gotta bribe me. And I want something meaty. I don't have anything meaty right now. I can't tell you where to go or what to do. I just want things that you have to give to me anyway. I'm Bribe Dog, baby. He's the worst. I love him so much. So much so that there's several Bribe Dogs, each of which will ask for a different thing. And they don't provide any directions. They don't tell you, hey, I want a cabinet that looks like this. They just like, I want a container to put all my bribes in. And you gotta do it, because you want to take off on your flight. He's a Bribe Dog. I love Bribe Dog so much. A6. Your pilot is drunk and ready for takeoff. Here's my boarding pass. Thank you for trusting a drunk pilot. They appreciate your kindness. Their one job is to bear witness, and you are helping. We've got a refined check mark over boarding pass clerk dog's head, and we know that passport clerk dog needs a passport. So let's go and find us a passport before we even chat to her. Speaking of chats, there are more dogs in the game, which is of course essential. One of the stores was patron chosen. It's a store called High Stakes, STEAKS, because it's puns and there's a cow hanging from the ceiling. I didn't know what I would do with High Stakes, honestly. Making the name a pun was just asking for trouble, because then I didn't know what I would make that thing be. But it turns out that what it became was a bit of a nightmare and a bit of a glorious dream. You aren't going to see it on this stream because we need to board our flight, but gosh, I sure do recommend this build. It is a joy of a build. And speaking of joys, one of our new dogs is Janitor Dog, who explains level persistence in the game. Oh hey buddy, you're probably wondering why your boarding pass igloos and fun little whatnots don't stick around when you leave the airport, huh? The boarding pass igloo is a real thing made by one of our dog friend patrons, Jessica Ross. She built it within like the first 24 hours of Dog Airport game being publicly available. It's amazing. Anyway, that's immortalized forever now, and it has to be localized at some point and have to explain to a French or Chinese or Japanese translator what a boarding pass igloo is and what's the story behind that. It's going to be in 7,000 languages. Or when you turn around, or when you blink, he's asking, you know, you're wondering where that stuff goes? Well, it's 'cause of me. Sorry about that. Name's Janitor Dog. My parents were very literal. How long have you been working here? Janitor Dog. I'm not so much working here as working every instance of an airport across the 274 known galaxies. They said I was the ideal candidate, so I dared them to clone me. And they did. Worked out pretty great. So, if you're wondering why sometimes things disappear from level when you get a little bit wild, it's Janitor Dog. He's cleaning up. You won't see him cleaning up because he's a professional. Also, there is an innumerable amount of him across dimensions and galaxies, which is pretty dang cosmic. I'm really happy for Janitor Dog. Speaking of things I'm happy about, thanks to the boarding pass igloo thing again, I didn't realize. So having items with a yeet modifier that makes them spiral and spin throughout the air and just go with absurd force towards any direction is great, but it does mean you get into some trouble when you want to do anything delicate like building a boarding pass igloo. So there's now a gentle toss button tied to G, where you can just gently drop things and build structures around you. It's pretty great. I'm looking forward to someone using it to break the game totally, and me having to hunt down a lot of stressful bugs. Speaking of stressful bugs, there were some stressful bugs having to do with this store and every store like it, which means most of the stores in the game, and you'll never know because I fixed it. I fixed it after investigating it with Tom, who is the lead programmer and designer working with me on this, and you'll never know how bad it was. Photo Dog, we know his shtick. He's happy to see us. Also, he's Hot Fuzz. Also, we have 4 minutes to board our flight. We need a sweet briefcase to give to him. Don't have a sweet briefcase, but we know where to get one because we have map knowledge now. We have map knowledge, and we can run to a briefcase store and be like, Briefcase Dog, I know you hate briefcases, and I want to read you dialogue, but I don't have time. I'm gonna have to buy a briefcase. You understand that I cannot condone this action? Yes. Well, as long as you know, and I do hope you know, we can get a infernal briefcase. There's been some really interesting back-end things done with briefcases that are not interesting to a general audience, so I'm not going to talk about them. But it's going to enable some really cool stuff going forward, as well as ease localization, which is one of the things that we did this month to ensure that we don't hate ourselves in future months working on this game. I've got the sweet briefcase you wanted. Oh, awesome. I'll put this to very good use. Enjoy the passport photos. Shine, baby. We've got the slide whistle. We got a place to get our passports. I'm gonna get like 5. Speaking of getting like 5, I redid the dog photos, so you can have like random dog photos come up when you spawn them, and you can now have random other photographs, like this creepy picture of a dead horse from the Met Museum. I don't really have a follow-up for that, so I'm just gonna run with this passport and hope that we're fast enough. Because these new people movers are not literally just a whole bunch of boxes stacked together pretending to be a people mover, they're also far more performance to put into the level. I made a lot of performance improvements, including these rails that you can see behind us. Their colliders used to be a mess. Oh, that was the only passport! Oh, God! Oh, no. I may have thrown too many passports in the passport/photos store. Anyhow, all the rails in the game are using different colliders that make them more performant. Also, all of these people movers are more performant, so we can have more rails, more people movers, and in general, the game should run better now. I'm very happy about that for you. I'm very sorry for my sake that this passport thing isn't working out. There's high stakes. Look, the cow was hooked up with an animator and I didn't take it off because it's better this way. He's just running in a circle forever, attached to the top of a meat shop, which he has also founded. His name is Roger. I hope you get to meet him. He has a lovely story. He's a performance artist, really passionate guy, great guy. There's Veteran Dog. Did I talk to Veteran Dog before? I don't know if I did. You can talk to Veteran Dog. This build, when you watch this video, the build will be up, and it's gonna be great. For some reason, this build hasn't broken on me in any major way. It was perfect the first time coming out. I don't trust it. I don't trust this build, and neither should you. If anything happens, send me a message so I can fix it, because I don't trust things that are good. I just don't. I can't. Speaking of things that aren't good, I missed the flight. But instead of trying again, I'm gonna cheat and press the shortcut that allows us to be on a plane. Whoa, wait, did you see that? We made our flight in time. There's still a dog on a plane out in that big old vaporwave skyline, because honestly, I forget that it's there every time. Just every time that I do something in this game, and I should remove it at some point, because I don't know how the dog is on that plane, or if it's steering the plane, or something more shenanigan-y is happening there, but it just continues to escape any justice, which is a good metaphor for this project existing in general. Let's talk to Very Full Dog. Dude. I'm so full, dude. I ate before getting on the plane. I ate while I was on the plane. You know when I said I had to go to the bathroom earlier? I sneaked into the flight attendant cabin thing. I chomped down on 87 packages of peanuts before they stopped me, dude. I didn't save you one, dude. I'm so sorry, dude. That is so uncool of me. I'm good. I'm okay. But it isn't okay, dude. It isn't okay. I'm filled with guilt. I must atone. You really don't. Dude. If you're saying I gotta forgive myself, I'm just gonna tell you up front. That is very hard. We completed our flight through trickery. So the real question is, what's next for Dog Airport game? The answer is simple. More Dog Airport game. Just gonna keep making it. An airport for aliens currently run by dogs is now supportable via Patreon. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the latest build. Also changed the appearance of Krista's note so that it looks better. Also, there's phone booths in the level with like these really poignant things where you can like call people. We're adding all sorts of systemic elements to this sandbox, to this open world thing we're creating, and it's glad to have you on the journey. If you liked what you saw here today, consider supporting the Patreon, and also feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or do whatever platform this is on. The positive actions associated with it happen to be. Just do those. Until next time, this has been Oliver Nelson Jr. Thanks so much, dog fans, and take care.